My name is Bear Grylls, and this is the planet Nexus. I travel to the four corners of the planet and show you how to survive in its diverse wilderness regions. Today, my task is to be dropped into the treacherous jungle of Wilderrun, where the ancient and hostile tech of an abandoned civilization and the hungry wildlife that has taken over form a menagerie of death for would-be explorers. Because if you can't be used for spare parts, you're certainly on something's menu. Every week, thousands of players come to this jungle seeking to farm mats, complete quests, and get attuned. But what they don't know is how quickly things can turn deadly. Leading causes of fatalities include being poorly equipped, standing in the telegraphs of primes, carnivorous flora, and, of course, the opposite faction. Most people wouldn't last a day in these conditions, but I'm going to show you the skills needed to survive in the jungle and get out alive. Though it's a pretty cheap trick, all playable classes have a short-range teleport or leap ability that doesn't account for inertia, and can be used to avoid fall damage when timed correctly. But it's a dangerous maneuver, even in the hands of the highly skilled. A Granak warrior from Alice Springs, Australia was well practiced with the technique of jumping from on high and activating leap, meters before hitting the ground. He had performed the technique hundreds of times. But one day when he tried to activate his leap, he was hit with a 4,000 millisecond lag spike to the US Austin-based servers. He was dead before he ever hit his hotkey. So remember to always heed lag time when playing action-based MMOs. The important thing about jungles is that they have water, and lots of it. And that makes me very happy indeed. Rubbish ratings. Know what it'll taste like. It'll taste just like pee. But sterilizing your water in this environment is a must, as jungle microbes cause nasty sickness, leaving you bedridden for days or weeks. And if you're really unlucky, that's why building a fire to boil water will be a top priority. This jungle is full of abandoned tech left behind by the previous civilization. But be wary of such antiquities, as you can get more than you had bargained for. Just last week in Algaroth, a human warrior found an ancient technological relic he thought he could integrate into his vehicle for a power boost. But first, he had to disable an apparent power module by severing a red conduit. It was the blue one. Too late! Our relic has been spotted by the opposite faction. He approaches from the east. The exile's arrival turned out to be my fortuitous salvation, as a rock creature was waiting in ambush the entire time. Feeling an unusual gratitude, I thought helping out was only warranted. Sadly, due to friendly fire, the result was a dead exile. If you are responsible for the death of another, remember to always offer your respects before they release. The good sport that I am, I again reaffirmed my respect at the graveyard. And again for good measure when I spotted him at the mailbox. Jackpot! A wrecked spacecraft! In the jungle, nothing beats a solid, dry shelter to boost your morale. Let's investigate. This will make an excellent refuge for the night, keeping me safe from the elements and predators, and just in time as the sun is beginning to set. Despite the apparent safety of a solid shelter, treachery was nonetheless afoot. That night, an exiled stalker crept in and stole my supplies. I know it was an exiled stalker since my cameraman told me the following day. While filming the heist, not only did he do nothing, but he took her to the tiki bar afterward. Don't get distracted by the opposite sex in this game. Whether your poison is exotic, wasp-waisted women with wide loads, Sports Illustrated beauties, or beefcake field hands. These visions can put your hormones into overdrive, and it can be deadly. Just last month in Daredun, a Draken warrior was distracted by a female NPC. Mesmerized by her junk, he was unaware her path went too close to the lair of Zornaga. He was eaten. Tonight, I was lucky to survive, and will perhaps live to find another cameraman.
Spoil sport.
Look at that brute. That beast is this planet's Ursine equivalent. He...
Ursa, what?
A caniform-like mammal, similar to the family Ursidae, an omnivore, yet still apex predator. He...
Dude, 1% of your audience might have taken a zoology class in college, and the boss says to make sense.
A bear, and it's dangerous. Let's avoid it, okay? It's got an axe in its back, and arrows crammed in it, and it doesn't care because it's elite-ass bear, like my first name.
How can there be bears on this planet? It's not Earth.
What in blazes? I must be more careful about the add-ons I download. Add-ons can be buggy and may have unexpected consequences, like distracting you in crucial moments. So always review the comments section first before downloading one, because there are fates worse than death in an MMO. Early in the game's release, a Chua engineer installed an inventory add-on to better sort through his items. But a buggy API call deleted his gear and all of his belongings instead. He missed his raid and was very upset, and his item restore ticket took 6 days to fulfill. Look there! Civilization! I see a mailbox, vendors, and a taxi. It's a neutral faction, so I'm nearly home free. Sadly, the exile stalker who robbed me left me no coin, and as far as my story, the cabbie wasn't having any of it, though I did politely decline a 3-month caravan trip out of the jungle. Then, as fate would have it, the exile stalker was in the village. Thinking quickly, I risked provoking a reaction by saying unflattering things about her hair. And let the god do the dirty work. Justice and cab fare. 2 birds with 1 stone? Now that's being resourceful. I think I'm starting to like these things.
Stop looking at my butt when I'm dead.
Wilderrun has claimed many lives, and going head-to-head with it was a formidable challenge. But with the right skills and attitude, it really is possible to endure.